Among the many dramatic and powerful stories told in the Bible, Samson's is one of the most intriguing. Samson's story captures the attention of both young and old. Samson was the strongest man in the history of humanity. But what was the extent of his strength? And where did this strength come from? In today's video, we will reveal 6 moments where Samson demonstrates his extraordinary strength. First occasion, the lion in Timnah. The first occasion where Samson demonstrated his extraordinary strength occurred in Timnah. During a visit to this city, Samson saw a Philistine woman who pleased him. He asked his parents to get her for him, even though his parents were against it because the woman was from the Philistine enemies. However, they did not realize that this was part of God's plan to create an opportunity against the Philistines. While heading to the vineyards of Timnah, a young lion came roaring towards him. Without weapons and with bare hands, Samson was filled with the Spirit of God, which gave him supernatural power. He tore the lion apart as if it were a young goat. This feat was done without anyone witnessing it, making it a personal experience of his connection with God and the first demonstration of his extraordinary strength. Second occasion, the riddle of the honey. The second occasion occurred when Samson returned to Timnah to fetch his bride. On the way, he diverted to see the dead lion and found a swarm of bees and honey in the lion's carcass. Samson took the honey and ate it, also giving some to his parents, but did not tell them where he got the honey from. During the wedding, Samson presented a riddle to the 30 groomsmen. Out of the eater, something to eat. Out of the strong, something sweet. Unable to solve the riddle, the Philistines pressured Samson's wife, threatening to burn her and her family. Under pressure, she got the answer from Samson and told the Philistines. When they deciphered the riddle, Samson realized his wife had betrayed his trust. Moved by the Spirit of God, he went down to Ashkelon, where he killed 30 men and took their clothes to pay the riddle debt. This act not only showed his physical strength, but also his cunning in seeking revenge against those who betrayed him. Third occasion, the fox's revenge. The third demonstration of strength occurred after Samson discovered that his father-in-law had given his wife to another man, believing that Samson hated her. Furious, Samson declared that this time he would not be guilty for the harm he would cause the Philistines. He captured 300 foxes, tied them in pairs by the tails, and placed torches between them. He lit the torches and released the foxes into the Philistines' fields, burning both the harvested and standing grain, as well as the vineyards and olive groves. This action destroyed the Philistines' main crops, causing them great loss. In retaliation, the Philistines burned his wife and father-in-law. In response, Samson attacked them, causing great slaughter before retreating to the cave of Etam. Fourth occasion, the battle with the jawbone of a donkey. The fourth demonstration of strength happened when the Philistines sought revenge for Samson destroying their crops. 3,000 men from Judah went to the cave of Etam to capture Samson and hand him over to the Philistines. Fearing retaliation, they bound him with 2 new ropes and led him to the Philistines. When the Philistines saw him, they shouted triumphantly. At that moment, the Spirit of God again gave Samson incredible strength. The ropes on his arms became like charred flax and fell from his hands. Samson found a fresh donkey's jawbone, grabbed it, and with it killed 1,000 men. This feat not only demonstrated his physical strength, but also the divine protection that accompanied him in his battles. Fifth occasion, the gates of Gaza. The fifth demonstration of strength occurred in Gaza. Samson went there and saw a prostitute entering her house. The Philistines learned of his presence and set up an ambush, planning to kill him at dawn. However, at midnight, Samson got up, tore out the city gates along with the doorposts and the bar, put them on his shoulders, and carried them to the top of the hill facing Hebron, about 60 kilometers away. This act of strength was not only physical but also symbolic, showing the Philistines' impotence in capturing him and the continued divine help Samson received. Sixth occasion, the destruction of the temple of Dagon. The last and perhaps most impressive demonstration of strength occurred after Samson was betrayed by Delilah. She was bribed by the Philistine leaders to discover the secret of Samson's strength. 3 times he deceived her, but, constantly pressured, he finally revealed that his strength was tied to his Nazirite vow, symbolized by his uncut hair. Delilah betrayed him, allowing the Philistines to capture and shave his head, resulting in the loss of his strength. Captured and blinded, Samson was taken to prison. Over time, his hair began to grow again. During a celebration in the temple of Dagon, where the Philistines mocked him and exalted their god, Samson prayed to God for strength one last time. He leaned against the central pillars of the temple and, with a final effort, brought them down, causing the temple to collapse on the Philistines present. He killed more enemies in his death than during his entire life. This final act of strength was a testament to his renewed faith in God's mercy. These 6 moments not only illustrate Samson's physical strength, but also his complex relationship with God and the fate of his people.